It began as one of those quiet Washington mornings, muted skies and a thin hush over the Capitol, until a single explosive headline ripped through the calm and ignited a national firestorm. Kennedy speaks out, First Lady under fire. Within minutes, phones buzzed, news anchors abandoned their scripts, and the East Wing erupted with tense movement as Jill Biden suddenly found herself at the center of a storm she never expected. The uproar started with a live interview meant to be ordinary and forgettable, until Robert F. Kennedy Jr., with a dramatic lean toward the camera, claimed to expose decisions he insisted the First Lady had been making behind closed doors, decisions he warned were shaping the country in hidden, troubling ways. The allegations spread like wildfire, igniting outrage, speculation, and a thunderous online frenzy, all of which tried to drag Jill Biden's name into a swirl of doubt and controversy. But those closest to her described her reaction in a single word: steady. Instead of panicking, she gathered her staff, listened calmly as they expressed their fears, and then, in a quiet moment that later became iconic, said, "We walk forward." Honesty doesn't run. Refusing to hide, Jill stepped before the cameras the next morning, and no podium, no teleprompter, just here, and addressed the accusations with clear, unwavering resolve. She spoke openly about truth, not as a tool of retaliation but as a foundation for integrity, dismantled the claims point by point, and ended with the words that resonated across the nation. "We are strongest when we do not fear the shadows cast by others. We are strongest when we keep choosing light." Her vulnerability and courage softened even some of her harshest critics, and that shift in public sentiment grew stronger when Kennedy, under growing pressure, publicly clarified that parts of his remarks had been based on second-hand information and may have been overstated. Though not a full apology, it was enough to tilt the narrative, drawing attention not to scandal but to the emotional cost of public life and the fragile line between critique and misinformation. As the dust settled, Jill Biden's approval surged, not because of political strategy but because millions saw a woman navigating a storm with calm dignity, proving that real strength does not always roar up. It often stands quietly, firmly, choosing grace when the world demands conflict. In the end, what began as an explosive confrontation evolved into a powerful reminder that character is not defined by the accusations thrown at us, but by the way we rise, hold steady, and walk through the storm with our heads high, leaving the nation inspired by a message that outlasted the noise. Sometimes the most profound power lies in refusing to be shaken.